Hey folks. All right, so let's do a vibe of Cancer season today. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so we can see the charts as I'm talking through some significant transits that are coming up. If you're a creative, if you're an artist, if you're an entrepreneur, or you just simply see yourself as a co-creator of life, this video is going to be helpful for you for Cancer season. So Cancer season starts on June 21st, and then it ends on July 22nd. So that's when stuff starts switching over and moving into Leo season. So let me move this over. Yeah, so starting on June 21st, we enter Cancer season. And basically, Cancer season is the beginning of of summer, signifies beginning of summer here in the Northern Hemisphere. Um, and yeah, so we're starting summer, we're getting that nice heat. So hot already. It already feels like summer, but it's here officially. And so yeah, the summer solstice is a thing as well with Cancer. And yeah, so it's ushering a need to change the pace on how we take care of ourselves. Cancer is the mother of the zodiac, and bringing in change, cardinal sign, and how we see ourselves, how we take care of ourselves and those that we love. So now that the sun being representative of our focus and where our creative forces moving about, moving into Cancer, we are shifting our attention to what we want to nurture based off of what we have learned and discovered during Gemini season. So if you want to like bridge the gap there, that's how you can do it. So saying yes to taking better care of yourself is important during this time. Because we were doing a lot with Gemini season. We had Jupiter going into Jupiter going into Gemini, and all the planets piling up in Gemini. Like it was a very, very busy season for us. And so now we can kind of come back to ourselves, come home to ourselves as Cancer. The sun moved through Cancer. Um, And then on June 21st, so we actually have the full moon in Capricorn. So we're having a completion going on here, 21 degrees in Capricorn. Let me see, so let's shift this over. Oops. Oops, that doesn't make sense. So we have not 21 degrees, that doesn't make sense. So we have the sun in Cancer, 1 degree. So must have put 1 degree. Capricorn. Um, Full moon in Capricorn, sorry, on the 21st of June. And so, yeah, there's a completion going on, an intention that we have set around January 11th, 2024, so this year. And we get to reflect on what happened up to this point. Um, Reflect on what the intention that we had set on how we're taking responsibility for our life and releasing what does not support this new meaning. So we're coming to a completion. We could celebrate what we accomplished, what we dodged, and realize how we are taking better care of a business and how we take better care of ourselves and our creative projects. And this is wonderful. This is great that we have this opportunity. And then moving on to June 28th, we have Venus and Cancer sextile Mars. So as creatives, this is going to be a wonderful transit to get some things done. Like with anything to do with Mars, Venus, like things are super juicy, super creative, super hot, passion, so if we have any like passion projects that we needed to get worked on, this might be the day that you could use to get things rolling with ease. So yeah, again, great day for creativity, being daring and love. If you have someone that you have a crush on, maybe this is a day where you're like, all right, I'm going to ask them out. I'm going to, and it's a Friday too, so that's cool. So the energy, flirtatious energy is really strong. And especially with Mars in Taurus, although it's in detriment and, the dignity of the planet, still, it's like loves to indulge in Taurian things, like food, beauty, quality time. And then with Venus and Cancer, quality time is important. So I think it's a great day to ask people out on a date, or just go out and date yourself and enjoy what you have. And um, yeah, and just really think about or come up with some really neat creations today. And so allow that energy to flow is going to be really helpful. Then on June 29th till November 15th, Saturn stations retrograde. And this is a pretty big deal because, from our perspective here on Earth, Saturn is he's slowing down, stopping and reversing his path in the sky and through the zodiac. And so with this transit, his expression is now being internalized, and that could result in feeling stuck, for us, feeling stuck, immobile, frustrated, um, but giving us an opportunity to go deeper into our own psyche and let things end in the way that they need to end, so that we are stronger and taking control of our lives in a more realistic way. Because maybe we've been, especially with Saturn and Pisces, maybe we've been dreaming up these worlds and it's not reality. And so with it going retrograde, it could feel like you're out of control, but really it's kind of like a checkpoint to kind of like help you readjust and see what reality really is and how you could work with it one step at a time. So this is a great time to review, rethink, restructure, replan, rework. If you're thinking about changing jobs, this might be the time where you're really analyzing, like, what have I experienced in my, current job? Why was I attracted to it? What do I end up not liking about it? And how am I going to do things differently moving forward? What job am I going to move into next that exemplifies the things that I like about this current job, but also honors what I don't like, and supports me in doing better and being better and creating the future that I actually want to live in for the long run. So, if it's work, maybe it's the relationships, rethinking about what attracted you to this person, how has it developed over time, what have you end up not liking and has become stale, and thinking about how you would give it new life, new structure, so that the relationship lasts for a long time. Or maybe you realize that this relationship is not for you and it's time to pack up, move things, um, work back into yourself, and move out of this relationship, transition out. That could also happen as well. Um, However, I would say that you don't want to make any like definite or permanent decisions, like decisions that will make things permanent for you while it's retrograde, because this is really a good time to just reflect and think about how you got yourself to this point. Like, what were the moves? What were your strategies? How did you use your resources or misused your resources and got you to this point? And then once it goes direct, Saturn goes stations direct on November 15th. That is a time whenever you can get a better grasp of how to work with your reality and implement new structures that make sense for where you're trying to go and what the resources you have available to you now. So, before you make any definite decisions, I would wait and just give yourself lots of room and space to isolate and reflect on your reality. Then moving on to July 2nd, we have Venus in Cancer trine Saturn. So this could be, some commitments are being set in place in relationships. Maybe it's being forced upon you because reality is shifted, and we're kind of having to be okay with this. especially with Saturn be having the upper hand to Venus, it could be, like this commitment's being put upon you, or like karma from the relationship is now revealing itself, and now you got to like reflect and think things through as Saturn's retrograde. But also, what's interesting about this transit is Saturn is I think he's the closest he'll be this year to Neptune. It's like 10 degrees away, so things might feel a bit hazy, a little confusing. We're not able to distinguish between what is real and what is not real. Neptune has that tendency to dissolve boundaries, dissolve reality, and make things super nebulous and vague. As for Saturn, it's completely opposite. It's very structured, boundaries, concrete facts. And Neptune likes to dream things up and make believe, of things that are otherworldly. And with them being together, our reality might feel a little bit hazy. And so if you're feeling that, definitely don't feel bad about it. It's just kind of, that's the weather that we're dealing with. And we just got to be extra careful what we commit to, because, things are not exactly as they seem. But, with the back to Venus and trine Saturn, you could feel more, especially as an artist or creative or an entrepreneur, you could feel more creative or committed to your creations today as you are reflecting on how you're using your resources. There might be a need to commit because of that Saturn having the upper hand. Then moving on to July 5th, we had the new moon in Cancer at 14 degrees. So, this is the beginning of how we want to relate to this area of our lives. So reflect on how you have been. So Cancer rules a certain area of your life. So you want to look at your chart and see what that is. So reflecting on what you've been through up to this point here in this area of life, how have you been taking care of yourself in general, what you would like to change, how you can do better. These are the things that we want to think about around the new moon, and then setting an intention to move forward in a better direction that is more fitting to who you are as a person and how you've evolved. So yeah, this is the perfect day to do your ritual work, do your moon magic, and get your mind right so that you are perpetuating a better direction in your life. So July 8th, we have Venus sextile Uranus. So if you're wanting a breakthrough, creative or creative projects, or like you want some like interesting interactions with people, a breakthrough in your relationship, because maybe that Saturn trine Venus has been a little heavy for you. So now you need a little breakthrough or a breakup in the routine of the relationship. This might be the day where it happens. Trying something new with lovers. This will be something that is favorable with the Venus Uranus. And if you want to do like sympathetic logic, do something different with someone that you love, so that energy can be expressed and not come out in unexpected weird ways, is my suggestion. But yeah, you can use this energy for catching some new ideas and working with it in a beautiful, fun kind of way through art, music, dancing, or your own like creative business that you have going on. Venus on July 11th, Venus will trine Neptune. And so this is a wonderful day to be creative and explore new healing or creative modalities. So if you wanted to, been imagining a different kind of creation, this will be the day to give it a go and see how it works with you. And, have some music playing in the background to kind of make it a little magical and fun. And maybe, I just thought about bubbles. Maybe some bubbles. Some music and bubbles just floating around you, all right? So from July 11th to August 5th, we have Venus in Leo. And she is feeling her best here. She's full of creative ideas and very confident in them. So we will be definitely feeling that confidence in our creativity and who we are, and maybe even in our sexuality and how we want to show up within our relationships. We're just feeling ourselves in general. So having a lot of fun with our lovers and our significant others. This is the time where Venus is like live it up. And so basically my suggestion here is own what you love and do your best to take care of it and indulge in it and just play, just give yourself that time to play and be silly with it, if you want. However, the next day, because we got Pluto in Aquarius still, July 12th, that could bring up, especially if we have any kind of issues in relationships, that could bring up some power struggles in our love life. It could bring up some power struggles in our creativity. Maybe we start feeling insecure about what brings us joy, and we got to work this out within ourselves or with another person. Usually oppositions like represents another person outside of you, helping you reflect back into yourself. So that can show up, you know. My suggestion to use this energy in a positive way is maybe do some art that is provocative, maybe do something creative that is provoking, or maybe make a post or something, I don't know, that is provoking, so that you could just see where your people are and how you can better connect with them. Yeah, just based off of their response to, something that maybe that's been deep within you, and you just kind of want to see what other people think about it. That's just what came to mind. And then the last transit I want to talk about for us creatives, entrepreneurs, dreamers, on July 21st, we have Venus in Leo sextile Jupiter. So this is a wonderful transit for bringing out with new creative outlets that are supportive in your pursuits of creativity. This could also be doing art that's in alignment with your philosophy, your viewpoints of life. Maybe it's, just enjoying what you have, and just kind of like, I don't know, and enjoying how it relates to your worldview. I don't know if that makes sense, but this also could be expanding your feeling of love, so really just, I think, if you enjoy reading, this is a good day to read about, philosophy or religion or self-help books. This is a wonderful day to go on fun adventures. Jupiters love adventures, love taking risks, and Leo loves just having fun. So this is a great day to, book that trip on Sunday, But in general, you might feel lots of love and just a willingness to just indulge in the good things of life. So if you're looking for something, if you've been going through it, that might be a day where you could really just enjoy yourself and be with someone that you love. So that's the vibe of Cancer season. And if you're wanting a one-on-one reading, I have several readings available for you. One of them being the quick reading. So that one is just $37 for a 15-minute tarot reading. If you're wanting any astrological readings, I have currently offering solar return readings, and that includes a solar return report and a 30-minute consultation, and that's $111. And I also have, if you're just kind of like something's going on in my relationships and I just need some insight, look at that here. So cute. If you're needing some insight like in your relationships and you just like need that one-on-one, I also have Find Direction or, quick reading, that will be available to you as well. So I hope you have a great Cancer season experience. I see something else floating in the dark. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.